Yo guys, it's your boy the Purist. Wait, technical difficulties. Yo guys, it's your boy the Purist. I'm here to talk boxing. I'm with my guy Don Kazan. What are you saying, bro?
What's good, man? As y'all know, it's just too sweet. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the Purist podcast. You already know what I'm doing, man. You already know. But yeah, let's get it. I've been good, though. How you been?
I was ill. That's why I couldn't come last week.
Yeah.
And this week, I apologize if I do a lot of coughing. You already know why, innit? My voice still ain't all the way back. All right. First things first. We did not plan this. I just want to put that out there. Worst part is I was about to put on a different jumper, but finally, just had to let them know we're live. Purist Apparel out now. I'm gonna put a link in the bio as well, so you guys can get that. Right now, we're only doing certain little drops. Over the coming weeks, I'm gonna start teasing the other stuff that we've got. Oh, one sec. Yeah, lots of technical difficulties. But yeah, over the coming weeks, I'm gonna start teasing the other stuff that we've got coming soon. But as of right now, we've got the signature hoodies. We've got a couple other bits. I'll let you go on the website, check that out. But yeah, let's get back to the boxing. And also before that, again, if you just put a like on the stream, wherever you're watching it, leave a review on Spotify, wherever you're watching it, Apple Podcasts, whatever it may be. And yeah, let's get into the boxing. Right. Let's start with Bivol. Bivol dominated Zerdo Ramirez over 12 rounds to retain his WBA light heavyweight title. Never in doubt. All of us here picked Bivol to win. Good combinations. Was you? I'll say this. Was you surprised at how bad Zerdo looked?
No, I wasn't, because I don't know. He looked like just a guy with a. You seen, you know, no offense, but you know, some certain Mexican fighters, man, they be padding their records up, bro. They be just fighting, you know, Joe Smo who, and then they just blow up their record, and then they think they ain't ready to step out there. And you know, he wasn't. He was clearly outclassed. He was not on the same level as Bivol. But I mean, I kind of figured that just seeing him fight. I'm like, yeah, he's good, but not great. You know what I mean? And Bivol is great. You know what I mean? And it showed. He was just so many steps ahead of him. I don't know. I feel like throughout the fight too, Zorrito, he kind of just knew. He was like, fuck, man. Like, he definitely looked frustrated in there towards the end. Like, why the fuck can't I get this man? Like, you know what I mean? Because like on paper, he's physically more imposing than him to some people. I think Bivol is more imposing just because he got that killer fucking face. You know what I mean? He don't talk that much. But he's highly confident in his abilities. And that's all you need to be. You know what I mean? It's not so much flash, it's just substance. You know what I mean? And he showed it. Like you said, man, we all pretty much predicted that. I think we all could kind of see through the tall frame of Zorrito and you know what I mean, the look, and look past it and see the skills just wasn't there on Bivol's level. I don't know what Zorrito does after this. I mean, maybe you go, I don't know, man. Look, if you fighting light heavyweights like that, you're not winning no fights, bro. Like, but Beterbiev crushing you, folding you, breaking, snapping you like a toothpick. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bivol not even the hardest puncher in that division, but like, you know what I mean? You know, even if you fought somebody like Joe Smith Jr., I have a feeling that I think he could get you out of there just through, because he hit hard. You know,
that's exactly what I was gonna say to you. I was thinking him versus Joe Smith, because that's the only other possible fight where it's like it makes sense for both guys, right? You've fallen short at world level, get back in there.
Right.
Do you reckon Joe Smith could knock him out? I reckon Zerdo might outbox him, but I don't know if he's got enough to keep him all the way off.
That's what I'm saying. And let's not forget, Joe Smith Jr. was a world champion, bro. He was a world champion. So, you know, you can't forget that. But I feel like Zorrito style matches up perfect for the type of fighter of Joe Smith, because he's like that club brawler, that come back from behind. I could definitely see him fighting Zorrito outboxing him, and then like towards the end of the round, like towards the end of the fight, you know, Joe just hitting him with something in the body or something, just making him curl up, and then over time, the fight just flips over. Like, I could definitely see that just with the way Zorrito fights and how Joe Smith Jr. fights. I just feel like that could happen. So that's like the only matchup I can see him. Other than that, I don't know, man. Like, what you gonna do? Go back down to super middleweight? I don't know. Oh, I just thought of another super middleweight fight we didn't talk about before this, but Caleb Plant and Benavidez are gonna fight, and that's crazy. But we'll go back to that. But go ahead. That's how I felt about the fight. I mean, it pretty much we called it, man. Like, you know what I mean? That was a take your money fight for anybody who was just a diehard fan for for the Mexican boxing scene, that's a take your money fight right there. And I would have definitely betted you, and I would have been rolling in it. You feel me? But yeah, that's how I felt about that.
All right. Since then, Canelo said he's had successful surgery on his wrist, and he's, in not so many words, called out Bivol. Says he wants revenge, and unless he's fighting Mayweather, then it's got to be Bivol. You know. So yeah, especially after that last performance, I don't really see a way for Canelo to beat Bivol in a rematch. Do you think there's any chance for him to beat him?
I don't know, man. I don't. I'll tell you this. I would like to see it. I would like to see him get one more crack at it, but I don't know, man. I'm still going. If that fight happens, I favor Bivol. I don't know. I want to see. The thing is, I want Canelo to fight again before he wants to fight Bivol, just because you came off of surgery. Like, I don't want you to just fight Bivol right after your surgery, because if you lose, I don't want you to be like, oh, my fucking surgery, bro. Especially after you're saying that it's successful now. You know, motherfuckers see me say shit's successful, and then a couple months later, they be like, ah, man, that shit wasn't really, I don't know. I couldn't really get the timing right. My wrist was kind of cranked up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, go fight somebody. Do like you did with the Yildirim, Joe. You remember when you fought Yildirim? You know what I mean? Everybody knew he wasn't gonna lose that fight. You pick a fight like that just to test you know, get your back in your groove and shit. Cause let's be real, up until this loss, that man had a vicious schedule. That's why his body broke down on him, because he just was just fighting after fighting after fighting after fighting. I think he should just chill out. Like, if you want to fight somebody, fight somebody else in May. Do not fight Bivol in May and Cinco de Mayo and all that shit, because you want that to be a good jump. You know what I mean? If you go out there and fight him on Cinco de Mayo and you whip your ass again, that's gonna be a very sad Cinco de Mayo, my guy. You gotta pick somebody. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna be like, oh, go pick a cherry picker. But it's Canelo. He's already done the legwork. He's a fucking 5'8" division champion. He already did the legwork. We already know how great he is. Like, he's okay to take just a fucking fight to test his wrist, get his hands right, sell some tickets. You know what I'm saying? And then go and try to fight Bivol. But I don't think he should try to fight Bivol right in May. I mean, I'm sure he's still going to try to, because that's just the kind of guy he is. Applaud to Canelo, because he's like, if he wants some shit, he going to do it. Like, you know, that's one thing we've seen in his career. He want a fighter, he going to fight that motherfucker. Like, that's just what it is. You got a belt in his, like, when he was on that campaign for super middleweight, he's like, you got a belt? That's mine. You got a belt? That's mine. So he's going to definitely fight him. I don't know if he's going to beat him. I think I'm still going to pick Bivol to win. I'm just thinking, like, what have you learned that's going to make it different this time around? And if you have learned something, that's even more reason why you should fight somebody else first and implement that plan. Maybe pick a fighter that's similar to Bivol's style, then implement that plan to see then you can get a fresh, like, okay, I can see if this will actually work. And then you can mold it to fight Bivol with it. But I mean, him just saying I'm going to fight him in May, that sounds like an L to me. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna beat him if he fights him in May. I think he should fight somebody else first, then fight him maybe towards the end of the year. Fight him in like September. You like fighting motherfuckers in September too, Canelo. Fight that motherfucker in September. You know what I mean?
And talking about what you're saying about a bad Cinco de Mayo, you know, Canelo gets like 15 million viewers in Mexico. I'm not sure the population of Mexico, but that's a lot of
like
people.
The whole damn population.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And that's why on a big platform like that, after your last fight was a loss, you should fight someone else. Get your I'm not even saying he lost his confidence, because obviously he didn't, because he's already calling Bivol back. But I just think, like, pace yourself, bro. What do you have to rush? You know what I mean? You've already just laid the groundwork in your career. You're already on your way to being a legend. You've already done legendary shit. So it's like, you know, I can see if it was like a couple years ago, he still had shit to prove. You really have nothing to prove, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I know you want to get that fight back because of the competitiveness in you, and that's perfectly fine. Just do it smart. Just do it smart, bro. Don't rush it. Why you trying to rush it for? You know what I mean? Because if you lose in front of 15 million people, you're gonna be sick. You know what I mean? Sick.
Especially because I can't really see what adjustments Canelo can really make, because it was really what he lost was size, in terms of actual size and length and reach. Yeah. And if Bivol gets a bit more brave, knowing, yo, I can do this. It's like Haney versus Cambosos, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be even worse for Canelo. And if it's worse for him, boy,
if he gets knocked out
on Cinco de Mayo.
Facts. Because after this fight, I mean, we know how fickle fight fans are. After the first fight, motherfucker was like, oh, he's shit. He's ass. He's trash. Imagine you lose back-to-back. on your country's Heritage Day, that's not a good recipe for success, bro. It's going to push you even further back than you are now. You know what I mean? So I honestly want to see Canelo just go back to super middleweight. I'm telling you, man, Caleb Plant's going to end up fighting. Mark my words. What is this? November 14th, 2022. Caleb Plant is going to fight Canelo again. I'm telling y'all, it's going to happen again. He's going to earn a shot to fight this boy again. And he's going to beat him this time. Mark the words. I honestly want Canelo to go back down to 168 because it's like, okay, you beat Bivol, then what? You're not going to fight Better Biv, bro. You're not. You're not going to do that, bro. That's why you picked Bivol in the first place. You know what I mean? Because if you wanted to, you could have fought Better Biv first. But you're not going to fight that man. You know what I mean? Light heavyweights don't want to fight that man. Why the fuck you think you, a super middleweight, going to want to fight him? You know what I mean? I just think he should go back down to super because the more he fights at light heavyweight, the more he's going to be finding difficulties in terms of stature, like people's size. But the difference is they ain't no rocking fielding shit. These people actually know how to use their fucking size and they will bully you like Bivol did. He bullied you. You know what I mean? So I really want Canelo to go back to 168. I don't want him to fucking fight at light heavyweight no more, man. Go back to super middleweight, bro, where you were crushing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. Yeah, again, guys, make sure you like, leave a review, all that good stuff. Again, Purist clothing out right now. I can't even see it. Yeah, right there. We're both repping it.
Yes,
And trust me, I wouldn't put something out if I didn't believe in it. We've gone through different versions. This jumper is nice. It's comfortable.
The quality is nice, man. I was outside. 2 girls was like, damn, you looking kind of sexy, man. I said, PuristClothing.com. Send them the link, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all want to get some biddies? Rock the Purist gear. Tell you something. I walked outside, too. I saw $100 on the floor. I picked that shit up. There was the Purist gear. I'm telling you, the luck, baby. Put that go cop, man. You going to put the link in the bio. We not playing with y'all.
No, 100%. Yeah, I'm not doing no more promo. You didn't know the rest of the promo, bro. All right. Yeah, I'm saying bring in Kevin. Oh, I was gonna say bring in Kevin now, but he's just gone away from the keyboard. No, he's back. He's back. So Kevin, my man, how you doing?
What's good, Kevin?
Hey, what's up?
How you, man?
Good. How are you guys?
You're a bit quiet there, bro.
Yeah, you ain't got the old setup. You in a different location today.
Yeah, I know. Different location today.
All right. What did you make of Bivol versus Ramirez?
That was a good fight. You could definitely see though. Comparing Bivol with Canelo to this fighter. Obviously, it took a little bit more longer with Bivol because I guess it's his height. I'm assuming that's probably the only reason why. Because we saw how Canelo, he kept him on the ropes majority of the times and throwing punches and endless punches. With this guy, yeah, he was doing it, but at the same time, it was like he was doing the same thing to him. So I felt like that was a little more of a challenge to him, but it was a good fight. Definitely liked it. And honestly, I wouldn't know who I would want him to fight next, though.
If you're Bivol, you gotta fight Better Biv, bro. It's the
100%.
story. It's the time, bro. And I like Bivol. He's saying I want to fight him. He's not even saying I don't want. He said he been wanting to fight him for a grip. That to me tells me he knows something that we don't fucking know, man. Because people aren't too excited to fight Better Biv. They might need to check Bivol into a mental hospital because he might be crazy. Because this motherfucker is hell bent on fighting Better Biv. He's like, I want to fight this guy. I think he said it right after the Zorrito fight. He was like, yeah, I'm ready to unify these belts, man. I'm ready. So that's got to be the fight you do, man.
Yeah. What I need is that fight with what's this guy? Zerdo and Smith on the undercard.
Oh yeah, that would be that'd be great. Yeah, because Better Biv beat the shit out of Joe Smith, right?
I think Bivol did as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think they both did. But I was gonna say, yeah, like the parallelism because Bivol got his ass. I mean, Bivol beat Zorrito's ass, and then Better beat Joseph Jr. ass, and then they fight on the undercard of the 2 people that whipped their ass. That'd be crazy. That'd be nice. That would be nice. I feel like heavyweight don't get the jazz it should, man. You know, like Better Biv is a good ass fighter. Bivol is a good ass fighter too. I feel like these guys should be more in the limelight, especially Better Biv. It's a shame that people don't know who that man is with how crazy he be finishing people in fights, top tier people. So
especially what he done to Gvozdyk. Gvozdyk was a good fight. I think Gvozdyk he was unified at the time, and then Better be a beat him into retirement, bro.
Yep, he was part of the trio, the Ukrainian trio. You remember
Yeah.
Usyk, Vasily, and him, and the Nail, man. They were, they had high praise for that guy. He didn't even get out the gate. He won the unified belt. He put he had that crazy fight with Adonis Stevenson that pretty much ended Stevenson's career, and then he gets his career ended by Beterbiev. That shit crazy, bro. Boxing is crazy, bro.
Literally, bro. So nah, it's crazy. Let's move on to what you mentioned, Caleb Plant versus Benavidez. Good fight, but for me, it's interesting because obviously Benavidez got fast hands, he hits quite hard, but Plant technically and footwork wise, he's just levels above. But obviously that don't always win you fights. So there's always that thing in the back of my mind where it's like styles make fights. Sort of both styles is how you beat the other style, if that kind of makes sense. Against Plant, you want someone's going to throw a lot of punches, someone's going to step in, and to beat Benavidez, you want someone like Plant who's going to stick and move. But ultimately, I do believe Plant's boxing IQ and his underrated power is going to get him through. What do you guys think?
I agree. I think Benavidez. I think Benavidez is a good fighter, obviously, for sure. But I think those fucking those like Tekken 7 Steve Fox combo punches he be throwing, that shit only work on motherfuckers that don't move. And you fighting a motherfucker that moves a lot. You know what I mean? The whole fight. So it's like you're gonna have to come with something different. I'm very curious to see what Benavidez is gonna do differently. I don't really see him doing anything differently in the fight. Like I see him just trying to do that same shit. Come in, kind of swarm a little bit, and throw those you know what I mean? Those Monkey D. Luffy gum fucking punches, you know what I mean? Which are cool, like I said, but I think Caleb is just a way better boxer technically. Like he knows how to the way he surveys around the ring. Like you want to talk about a ring general, that's Caleb Plant, bro. Like he knows the ins and outs of a boxing ring, and I feel like that's what you need to do to get away from fast punches. You know what I mean? Especially if the guy doesn't move with his punches. You've seen like when Benavidez be throwing those punches, you know, it's usually when he's got his opponent like trapped up against the rope or has them in a stationary position. It's never while he's moving. You know what I mean? So I think if that's your biggest power, that you know what I mean, you got fast punches when somebody's standing still, I think you're cooked. Because somebody who moves around a lot is going to give you a lot of trouble. I can see him getting frustrated. I could be wrong too because it only takes one shot. And I think out of the two, Benavidez hits harder than Caleb Plant. You know, a lot of people getting crazy because he knocked out Darrell, you know.
Yeah, that fight.
But, like, let's be real. Darrell old. That man was old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, getting knocked out like that is kind of expected. That man old. He shouldn't have been in that ring, period. You know what I mean? Let's be real. But, like, you know, I don't see him doing that shit to Benavidez. Benavidez, that's a young, spry thing. Benavidez is younger than him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't see him. You know, I definitely see Benavidez as the bigger power puncher. But, you know, Caleb knows that. I say that, and then, you know, his fight against Canelo was literally because he got caught on the ropes in the ninth round and went down. So that could definitely happen to him still. But I don't know. I don't think Benavidez has power like Canelo. I think he hits hard, but I don't think he hits like Canelo. So I think Caleb could weather any storm and just outbox his man for 12 rounds, and make him look silly. You know what I mean? What do you think, Kevin?
A part of me wants Caleb to win, but the other part of me wants Benavidez to win. Because I would love to see, because, you know, if Caleb wins, I would love to see that rematch with him and Canelo, only because, you know, now that he's faced him, so he already understands like how he fights, how he's pressuring, you know, everything. But at the same time, I do want to see Benavidez fight him because he's been always talking that he wants to fight Canelo, this and that, and that Canelo's been ducking him or something like that. So, I mean, if you talk, then prove the point. I want to see that. But so I don't know. It's like 50-50 for me. So, but that would be a good fight. I would like to see that fight.
Just to touch on something, Kuzan, you mentioned the punch power. Yeah. Now Benavidez, when he hits them combos, like obviously he's gonna hurt people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I land 7 shots against anyone, it's gonna hurt them, right? If you land 7 shots. But what do you think of his actual one punch power? Do you think he hits really hard on that one punch, or just in combinations?
I think it's just combinations. I think like it's the barrage that really. I don't really think he has like one punch solidified knockout power. But again, I don't necessarily think Caleb Plant has that either. I think he just has precision punching. I think it's a battle of volume versus precision. You know what I mean? And I feel like precision wins that if you have good head movement, good defense, and good timing. I think you beat that every time. I mean, I'm not to relate it to Floyd, but Floyd fought many of people who had crazy fast combination speed, and he just picked his shots, moved around the ring, and he gave him a boxing lesson. And I feel like that's what's going to happen this time, because I really think that Caleb has that tier level of footwork and ring IQ. Like, they didn't call him sweet hands for no reason. You know what I mean? He really got sweet hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a very smooth boxing style. I think in the Darrell fight, he showed it, but he didn't show it that much because he was angry, and there was more revenge. He wanted to stop that guy. But go back and watch fights before that. He displays it every time. It's his natural style of fighting. You know what I mean? It's what he's known for. And I think when you fight somebody like that who's just known for, moving around the ring, head movement, making you look silly. Even when he won the IBF title from Uzataki, he made that motherfucker look silly and dropped his ass off of just, nice. You know what I mean? That was impressive, bro. You know what I mean? The biggest problem with Caleb is his stamina for me. He definitely gashes out towards the ends of fights, and that's what I'm worried about. And I'm sure Benavidez sees that, and that's what they're going to be trying to target towards, because combinations work well on people who are fucking tired. If you're fucking getting tired, you're really not going to be able to deal with the barrage then. So, but I don't think Benavidez got one punch pocket. No, I think he just got flurries, and they just accumulative. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever watched. I always gotta bring my UFC comparison, but I don't know if you ever watched Max Holloway.
Yeah.
Max Holloway, he don't got one punching power. He got just the mittens. You know what I mean? He just got mittens. And on any stop or like TKO he's really gotten is because the guy's face has just been fucked, because he's just been eating shots from Max. You know what I mean? You've never seen Max just crack a dude and they're like, oh my God, he's asleep. You know what I mean? You see him just build up the volume. It's kind of similar with Benavidez. You know what I mean?
All right. All right. Again, sorry, I know I'm gonna pester you guys today, but make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening on the podcast streaming service, make sure you leave a review. It helps the page. And again, the Clover line is out right now.
I gotta get me one.
Yeah, 100%. One topic I really want to talk about. I know you guys want to talk about it, but I'm here for it. I can see your face already, bro. But listen, let's have a little backstory. Yeah, I remember I was 12, 13 years old. There's a weird guy on the internet called Kesai or the GWT. Yeah, he was like 12, 13. Like, bro, in school, you got the little computer rooms, right? When I was doing our IT lessons, yeah, 90% of it was watching videos of him and his little brother fucking playing scary games, doing dumb, stupid shit, innit? So to think of that 10 years ago, these lot doing videos in their room, and these lot you do videos in their boxes. When they used to jump up and get excited, you realize they're in a t-shirt and their boxes, nothing else, innit? And to think them little kids, yeah, have gone from that and just people watching them do video games to fighting Floyd Mayweather.
They're global superstars.
Literally, I just think it's nuts. That's why I like that one specific.
It is good. It is good. You're right. It is. Continue.
For me, Deji versus anybody, I'm watching it. But to see Deji, who's lost every fight, beats up Fusitube, who also has lost every fight, and then Floyd goes, yo, Deji, I think you can make me 30 million, bro.
Let's go get this bag.
Yeah, let's go get this bag. I just find it crazy. And to top it all off, yeah, remember in the build-up, they're asking Deji, like, what do you expect from this fight, innit? I was gonna say, I'm gonna go out there and do this. He was like, I just want to land one punch. So at least he had the thoughts that he knew it wasn't gonna end well, innit? And like he said in the thing, he hit him with a black eye. He got him. So that's all he wanted to do, innit? So for me, it's a good story. It's crazy just think how things come together, innit? And obviously, realistically speaking, there's no reason other than money why Deji should be in the ring with Mayweather, innit? That shit makes no sense whatsoever. Like back in the day when they used to do exhibitions, they do it for a reason, all right? Joe Louis, he'd go do it for the army, or he'd go to a country, fight their best boxer in an exhibition, because obviously they couldn't fight for the world title, they weren't good enough, but just so that people can see the best fight in the world, right? And they just go around the expeditions. Whatever, he's just milking it for the money at this point, and I don't blame him, but same way, there's other people who sort of maybe deserve a bit more limelight. Like, when he done it with the kickboxer, the one who weighed like 120 pounds.
Yeah.
Fair enough, he beat the kid up, but people in his country, people worldwide, they start to know his name and whatnot, innit? I'd even get notifications about him and his next fight. People like Deji, they don't need this. What did you make of the fight since you hate it so much?
Look, man, I ain't even really hated that much. I actually watched it. look, from America's standpoint, you know, those UK boys, you know what I mean? I found out about KSI. He was playing the FIFA. I love FIFA, by the way. He was playing FIFA, and that motherfucker used to go crazy when he was opening the packs. That's how I used to get involved. And then Deji, the way he used to talk to Deji was hilarious, like in the video and shit. I never, that little pipsqueak, bro, back in the day, I never thought that motherfucker would be fighting one of the arguably one of the greatest boxers of all time. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, it went as it's suspected. I can't say this, though, that I'm happy about is it was good for once to have a main event fight like that where it's like grossly undersized and like it's one of those influencer versus a boxer thing where it wasn't like, oh, you suck, or oh, you're a fucking, I'm gonna like every time Jake Paul fights, you know, every time Jake Paul fights, he's always like, he feels like you have to like degrade the you're fighting in order to sell tickets. Floyd was like, no, I sell tickets off my name still. You know what I mean? Like Deji goes sell tickets off his name. You know what I mean? Like we don't even have like afterwards, these motherfuckers hugging. You know, Floyd like, look, y'all, look what he did. Like, I'm proud of him. This motherfucker said, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. When have you ever heard some shit like that? Was a father-son teacher moment. It was almost like he was in there fighting, like, now when I move my shoulder like this, wow, see, I threw the jab like that. Like it was almost as if he was in there teaching this dude, man. And I actually kind of like that more than the whole like, you know, the way Jake Paul likes to promote his fights, because it's just annoying, bro. And like, at least with them, they kept the respect. You know, Deji kept the respect. He knew Floyd was gonna get that ass whooped. You know what I mean? He wasn't going out here saying like, look, man, I'm about to fuck Floyd up. Floyd about to get fucked up. You know what I mean? He's not out here saying that. He was just like, you know, it's an honor. You know what I mean? It's an honor to be in the same ring as them type shit. That type of beat. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Floyd Mayweather, I don't care, bro. Keep robbing the bank, man. I don't give a fuck, man, because why not, man? You now making a new legacy out of your own legacy, bro. The legacy of the bank robber, bro. I just watched a video of Clarissa Shields is on a tour of I'm living high right now because I'm that girl. She in Dubai. She watched the fight. I just seen a video of her, you know what I mean? And Floyd coming behind her and he put his arms around her and he go, yeah, you know, they said the headline is that I got a black eye and a cold bankroll, and then walked away. I said, yeah, you damn right, brother. Highway robbery, bro, is finest, but why not? You know what I mean? Shit, until people stop buying it, I'm not gonna stop doing it. And I wouldn't stop doing it myself. So fight was all right. I mean, I love Floyd's antics.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was dancing and shit. Just because, like, bro, we've seen Floyd for years. He's serious. You know what I mean? He's serious. He would never do some shit like that. But he's literally living out his retirement.
But when Deji started doing press ups in between rounds, yeah. Whoever told Mayweather to turn around, that was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Floyd saw that there was no more dancing, no more nothing. His hands came up and he was like, "Yo, I'm going for the kill now."
He's a old word. I'm that light work. Okay.
Shit, yo.
Sorry, Kevin, what you make of the fight?
Like I said, it was like what they said. It was like a sketch for Saturday Night Live. It was honestly funny. I mean, because I read that comment. But I mean, to be honest, like, you know, it's kind of figured you would expect that Mayweather's gonna win. There was gonna be no knockout, but I like how Deji was more impressed with the fact that he left the black eye on Mayweather, which I'm actually surprised myself too. Honestly, the fact that he let
that's a good feat. Most professional fighters ain't do some shit like that, and a fucking YouTuber did.
Yeah, so that's actually good credit for Deji for him being able to do that. But other than that, I mean, it is what it is, just for paycheck. That's about it. But I guess you could just say good fight.
Yeah.
There's nothing really much I can say about it.
The only thing that annoyed me is often the post-fight interview, they talk about, Deji's just at the beginning of his boxing career. Floyd, how do you think he's going to get on? I know Floyd in his head was thinking, what? At the beginning of what? Like, no, like I said before, I'm a fan of Deji, innit? Yeah. There's nothing that I've loved more on YouTube than when it was about to hit 10 million subscribers and everyone said, yo, let's unfollow Deji. He's like...
Yeah, y'all be trolling.
One part that annoyed me with Mayweather at that fight was he was dancing in between rounds. Like, I'm just like, okay, I get that.
He was dancing in the round, bro. He was doing 12s.
Man was bellying and shit. My man was fucking doing his thing, boy.
He was dancing like as if he was fighting, like, someone that's like, if you fought like Tyson Fury, for example, he just knocked him out, and like he's celebrating. Like, you're fighting a YouTuber. Calm down, bro. This is easy money for you. In reality, he could have easily probably knocked out Deji if he really wanted to.
Oh, 100%. And I think, yeah, it's like there was one of the rounds. I think it might have been the first or the second round, right? But they're showing Floyd dancing and whatnot, yeah. And then the camera just transitions into Deji, and they're all like throwing water at him, and he's all breathing hard, and he's all everything. And I was thinking, nah, this is fucked. And if people were not so much complaining about the stoppage, but I was like, oh, it was a bit early. But Kenny Bayless is thinking, especially Kenny Bayless at his age, he's thinking, I don't even know who the fuck this kid is. Yeah, I don't know what he's done. All I know is he can't box.
I know he's getting his ass whooped. I know that much.
Yeah, literally, he's thinking Floyd can do what he wants, and right now Floyd's saying, what I want to do is knock him out, innit? So Kenny Bayless, after a few good shots came in, he's like, listen, this is only going one way, and I'm happy Deji went lay down on the floor, because I could have went left. Don't do press ups when you're fighting Floyd Mayweather. Oh shit.
I mean, you can. It just might not end out well for you. You know what I mean?
100%. Let's move on to some real boxing. Elite boxing, we'll say. The WBC, they've half done their job for once. They've ordered...
No facts, because WBC, you be blowing it, bro. You be blowing it. But go ahead.
They've ordered Thurman as the mandatory challenger for Errol Spence, and I know they had someone else in mind to fight Spence, but now Thurman, yeah, good fight. At a time when Thurman was all right, I see your face. At a time when Thurman was unified before he got married. Remember, you know how they do pre-jail Mike Tyson.
Chill out, yo.
Yeah? No, real talk. You know how you have like you know you have pre-jail Mike Tyson and you got post-jail Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
Pre-married Keith Thurman and post-married Keith Thurman. Yeah? Pre-marriage Keith Thurman versus Spence, that was a big fight that we wanted to see. But now post-marriage Keith Thurman, I don't think it's not one time anymore. I'm not sure what his new nickname is, but it's definitely not one time.
Six times, 10 times maybe. I don't know. It's definitely just not one.
Definitely not. Keith Thurman now, he's fighting Spence. Before, I reckon it would have been like a 50-50, maybe 60-40 Spence. But now it just seems overwhelming. Spence is at, I'll say 80-20 that people think Spence is going to whoop his ass. Now, before I even ask you who's going to win, because I'm guessing you're both going to say Spence, do you think it's going to be a competitive, high-level fight?
You had, before I answer that question, you had Keith Thurman rated that high? You talking about 50-50 before he got married? Are you sure?
No, as in, when you ask people, like you get a divide, innit, where a lot of people say Thurman, a lot of people say Spence.
Man, y'all who said Thurman, y'all smoking crack, boy. Ain't no, bro. Man, hey, look, Keith, I was never, put me on record, I was never high on Keith Thurman. First time I answer your question, I see Keith Thurman try to put up a fight, but I think Earl gonna stop him. If I'm being real, late round stop him. And, Thurman gonna put up a fight, but nah, I don't think Thurman. I never rated him high, bro. This man was going to wars with people like Josecito Lopez and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he won that fight. What'd you say?
That was post-marriage, though.
Oh, my God. Look, all these motherfuckers getting married, they don't be making you that. He telling me out of all the boxes that get married in the world, maybe that's why Floyd not married. No, I'm joking. But look, you trying to tell me all of that? Nah, I'm not letting these motherfuckers crunch. I'm actually about to
not everyone gets married and then does 6 months in India not training. He came back with a belly.
That's an excuse. I want to hear that.
I'm just saying, he lost the hunger. Once he got married, he thought, I got millions. I got a bad bitch. He's thinking, I've made it in life, innit? So I don't know. I thought he just lost the hunger after that.
Look, if you want to be great, if you're supposed to be great, if you're supposed to be on this level, marriage don't stop shit. I don't give a fuck if you know what I mean? There's people with health deficiencies. Motherfuckers still find a way. If you was nice, you was gonna be nice. You feel what I'm saying? He was never that nice, in my opinion. I never thought he was that good. You know what I mean? Up until recently, I feel like he had just really been fighting people of like name-worthy value. You know what I mean? we want to talk about before he got married, right? The biggest. Okay, so before he got married, I don't know when he got married. The date. Now, I know he got married in 2017, but I don't know like the date. Okay. Up until that point, the most recognizable person he fought was Sean Porter, and that was a war. That wasn't even a fight where it was like, you know what I mean? Like he clearly whipped his ass. No, he got hit with some, you know. Granted, Sean Porter make everybody work hard. You know what I mean? But I'm saying though, if there was any time to be like, you know, I'm about to show myself that I'm steps ahead of people, it's that fight. Then you clamoring for Danny Garcia, and you split decision that man. Some people had you losing that fight. You see what I'm saying? Like, and this is before you get dropped by a 40-something-year-old Manny Pacquiao. So you see, you was never that good before he fought fucking Sean Porter. You want to know who probably his most recognizable name was before that? Robert Guerrero. Exactly. You see that face? You see that? That man. I'm about to whip this guy's ass. You heard it here first. He about to whip his ass. Earl Spence the real one time. He about to show Keith Thurman, bro. And I don't feel bad for Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman used to talk a lot of shit, man. He used to think he was the man, bro. Like he thought he was Then you get dropped by a senior citizen. I don't want to hear it. Okay.
Now, how funny would it be if Stevenson got knocked out?
If Spence got knocked out?
I mean, yeah, Spence got knocked out.
Look, man, I guess every blind nut finds squirrel every once. I mean, every blind squirrel find a nut every once in a while, but that shit is highly unlikely.
Wait. Kevin, what did you say?
If Spence got knocked out, how funny would that be?
Oh, I said he's getting knocked out. I just wanted to make sure.
I would say, how funny would it be if he got knocked out? Let's just say a lucky shot or something. How funny would that be?
It's possible.
Possible, but then again,
nah, it's not happening.
It's possible. Nah, bro, that shit ain't.
But like I said, with the pre and post, before he used to talk a lot of shit, and like he'd be confident, like he'd back it up against.
Good. You muted.
Technical difficulties. My mic's gone.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh, now it's gone. Oh shit.
Technical difficulties.
I don't know, man. You know, I'm plug it back in, I guess, huh?
It's back.
Okay.
Oh shit. But yeah, like he used to once. I think I got a video.
How long you gonna duck me, son?
Look at his face. Look at his feet welting the fuck up. Anything. Little fat ass fucking. When you gonna stop ducking me, bro? You not. Bro, you not that. Bro, he was talking shit about when he was fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's like, man, he too old to fight me. That's post marriage. Got your ass whooped, boy. By the senior citizen, he whipped out his walking cane and beat you over the head with that shit, man. Like, what the fuck, bro? You was never that good, bro. You was never that good, bro. I'm sorry.
You know something?
What do I know? I'm just a schmuck that sits at home and watch boxing fights all day. You're absolutely right. But the proof is in the fucking pudding, okay?
I reckon he'll cause Spence problems, but then he'll get stopped later.
Yeah.
But even against Pacquiao, the way he ended that fight, he was taking it to him.
Oh, yeah.
He actually was taking it. And again, like I said, senior citizen. Pacquiao ain't got 12 rounds in him no more.
Yeah. But also, like, he knew, I feel like that was just to make up for lost time because that first half of the fight, he was getting smoked, you know, and he was trailing because of a knockdown, too. So, you know, but, like, I honestly think the only reason why he got knocked down, though, was because he was just overconfident and I don't think he believed that Manny had enough to catch him.
Yeah,
and he was moving back, and Manny loved to punch and move. That's like his fucking favorite thing to do is punch motherfuckers fast a lot while they're moving and while he's moving. So it was a recipe for disaster. But no, I agree. Look, I think he's a good fighter, but I don't think he's a great fighter, and I definitely don't think he's as great as he thinks he was or is. You know what I mean? And Earl Spence is a superb fighter. So yeah, I think in the first half he's gonna be like, yeah, man, I gotta show y'all a little flashes. What AB say? Pre-marriage flashes, pre-India. My man went and saw a Bollywood movie, and then he thought he was like, "Oh shit, fuck it, I just want to like watch Bollywood movies forever now. I love the musicals." You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. You feel me? But nah, like I said, and like you said too, I feel like Earl gonna tie that ass up towards the end and give him that fine tuning.
Last thing on these guys, yeah. You mentioned the Josecito Lopez fight, right? And even like non-boxing Instagram pages and Twitter, yeah, they post him getting beat up and the referee's face at least once a month, innit? You know what we don't talk about with that ref? I can't remember his name, but the
Yeah,
one
his
with
name
the
is
eyes,
Steve
innit?
Willis. His name
Yeah,
is
Willis and
Steve
his
Willis.
eyes and just
Yeah.
yeah. Lopez is beating the shit out of him in some of those rounds, innit? And if Spence catches him how Lopez caught him, it's gonna be over.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a wrap.
All right. Again, guys, last reminder: make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Clothing line out right now. We're gonna move on to the other time the WBC done their job. Isaac Cruz versus Shakur Stevenson. Now I don't know how the WBC done this because they never get the eliminators right. Like, fair enough, a mandatory that's easy to get right, but an eliminator, Shakur Stevenson, Isaac Cruz. The crazy thing is when you talk about Stevenson moving up, I don't think we mentioned that fight, did we?
No.
Yeah, so the WC are smarter than us apparently when they want to be, but that would be a really good fight. Like I said, styles make fights. Pitbull Cruz gonna come in like a pitbull, going swinging around. Stevenson's gonna move about, but Stevenson can fight on the inside.
Yeah,
I don't think it's wise to stay on the inside and fight with such a smaller man. But he can. When he gets trapped, he'll be able to hang with him at least. And Cruz on the outside, he ain't a bum either. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get on the inside. He knows how to work it. Overall, I do think Stevenson's going to win. I just think he's more elite. He's got more things going for him. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting fight. What do you guys think?
Cruz all the way.
Oh man, that man crazy, man. That man's wild. I got Shakur. Yeah, man. I feel like he's gonna be able to get himself out of those little pockets when Cruz, because Cruz is gonna put him against the ropes. It's gonna happen eventually throughout the fight. But Shakur is one of the best people I've seen in those situations where he is like backs on the ropes and he's got to fight his way out. He's cool. He got that dog in him to do that too. The boxing shit, you know, he learned that shit. You know what I mean? The dog shit, that's him. That's in his personality. So like, I think that's going to carry him to I think it's going to be a 12 round, you know, unanimous, you know, it won't be 12 because it's not for a belt, but you know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be unanimous decision the way out. I think Shakur got it, but yeah, man, don't play with that boy Pitbull. I heard Pitbull say he could beat Loma too. He said, "Oh yeah, I can beat Loma. That, you know, that'd be a good fight too." But you ain't bro. Nah. Fight Shakur. Let me see that. I want to see that.
Put it this way, like when Isaac fought Garanta, you know, you saw how pushing in he was fighting it.
Oh, yeah.
He was wild, so of course he lost.
He's a definition of an inside swarmer. That's his bag, and he should be. That's how his body is set up. You know what I mean?
He fights like a middleweight because I don't know. To me, he doesn't even look lightweight. He looks like a middleweight, and he fights like a middleweight. And when he fought his last fight with that knockout and everything, he's fast. He has power. He has moves. He has IQ, and it's great. Now with Shakur, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be a good. I mean, of course, it's gonna be a good fight, but maybe Shakur will be able to go around and then avoid those punches and get out of the ropes, possibly. But I don't know. With Isaac, I just feel like he'll just get him with good, clean shots. That even if it does go to decision, Isaac will just win by decision and stuff like that. Now, if he says that he can fight Loma and beat him, only reason why I say maybe and maybe not, other than Loma getting older and stuff like that, you know. Keep in mind, Loma his dad made him do ballet before boxing, so his movements is amazing from twisting and going around. Others don't know if he'll be able to have that still speed against Isaac because they're talking about how fast he is. But yeah, let's see how he is with Shakur. But I feel like Cruz is gonna win. My money's on Cruz. I got Cruz on this.
You're a brave man. Like, nah, it's not even that far fetched to believe that Cruz could win, especially after how he fought Javante. But I do want to add, Javante was fighting him with one hand. Okay, he did break his wrist.
I remember that happened.
Hold on. Don't remind him. Wait, Kevin, what money you got on it? Because I need that money.
Tell him those fictional dollars I have riding on this bet. Yeah,
I got 200.
200 fictional.
No, 200.
200 real? I don't mind. You know what? Yeah, before we even start doing this, yeah, this is boxing. That shit might not happen. Let's not get ourselves.
and it's the WBC.
Yeah, and it's Top Rank versus PBC. So,
oh fuck yeah, that's definitely not happening. That's not
so
even.
but Cruz is one of their big stars, so they could just send him over. They do that sometimes, but let me not start making bets on a fight that's not even confirmed. That's not very smart in boxing, is it? Shit. All right. Last topic, definitely the last topic, unless you guys want something after. Jaime Munguia, yeah. This guy, yeah. He kidnapped the 154 WBO title.
Yeah.
And straight up fought. I don't say all bumps, but all guys that we knew he was gonna beat, right? I think the only test he had was Liam Smith, and Liam Smith was schooling him, absolutely schooling him. But every other round, Munguia hit so hard that he dropped him.
Exactly.
I've never seen anything like it. To be schooling someone but getting dropped every other round, just because he hit so hard.
Yep.
And since then, he's literally fought nobody. Absolutely nobody.
You knew it because they were like, look, they're like, oh shit, that man almost lost that fight. Let me go ahead and just give him some more people that he can beat. Let's give him Gary O'Sullivan. Let's give him, you know what I mean, Gabriel Rosado. No disrespect to Gabriel Rosado, because that man, he a scrapper, but like
10 years ago, maybe Rosado, but not now.
For sure. Rosado was man. I ain't even trying to disrespect that boy because I love me some Gabriel Rosado. You know what I'm saying? But what about Munguia?
He's fighting another bum. Just wanted to mention it. Just
He's
put it out
fighting
there. De La Hoya, whoever you got. No, because when I check the schedule, yeah, and I think, just look for names. People are big. Think Jaime Munguia. Oh, is he stepping up? Yeah. And you look at the other name, you're like, is this getting worse? Like I checked his Wikipedia page, yeah, and it's like you're seeing the Liam Smith, you're seeing people like Wikipedia pages, and then his last few fights, the people don't have Wikipedia pages no.
Yeah, I was just about to say this guy I just checked does not have a Wikipedia page. He's
it's like his fight. Let me get this guy's name up quickly.
I got
Gonzalo Gaston Correa. Who is that? Where did you find him? What ranking has he got?
They're fighting in Guadalajara, man.
He's got 21-5 record.
21-5? Come on.
Yeah.
Bro. You're disgracing that belt, man.
Now he ain't got a belt no more, but
okay.
It's like what is he actually doing with his career, innit? Because don't get me wrong, the guy hits hard, right? And cool, you can send him to Mexico, tell the Mexicans, yeah, we've got a big puncher, he's gonna knock this guy out, but when's that gonna last? Like just put him in against some big dogs.
They're not going to, because that boxing IQ is 0. It's not 0, but it ain't on that level. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might as well be 0.
Yeah, facts. It's not on that, and they know that. That's why they like, fuck that. We can't do that shit. No, it's 0. It's on 0. Liam Smith was outboxing him, man. He beat the shit out of that boy. Hey,
I just found out he's 26 and he's 6 foot tall.
Yeah, he's literally the same size as me.
Yeah, at 160. Fucking hell. But yeah, it just bothers me, innit? Just seeing him fight all these. I don't want to say bums, but bums.
No, man, say what it is. Motherfuckers don't have Wikipedia pages. Wikipedia is something that people make for other people, right? That means people don't even care about you enough to make a page about you. I'm no offense, but that's a bum. I'm sorry. That's a soup can Campbell's premium special. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, man.
No, facts. Any other topics you want to get into?
Yes, I was actually just thinking one quick. Tommy Fury's fight. You saw how Jake Paul and Mr. Fury just arguing against. I'm sorry, that was funny.
Why did he take the top off?
Huh?
Why did his dad take the top off?
Because so Jake Paul came out like during Tommy Fury's fight. I don't know why they let Jake Paul do this unless these two are gonna fight. That's the only way I can understand why. But he basically came out by the commentator's booth. They gave this motherfucker a microphone. They literally gave him a microphone. He's talking in the microphone, just going, You're terrible. You're ass. Tommy Fury's terrible. Oh my god. While he's boxing, he's literally trolling this dude.
But I heard it was true. Like it was one of the worst fights in history.
Yeah, it was bad. It was. Yeah, what are we expecting? But it was bad. But it's like I don't understand. I just think that's unprofessional, just from a standpoint. Unless you are trying to sell tickets, then that makes sense because he's talking shit. And you can use that in the footage, and he was just still talking shit so much that John Fury. He got mad. He took his shirt off. And he was like, let's wreck. Because right after the fight, Tommy got on the microphone and he basically tried to call Jake. All he asked for Jake to do, I thought this made Jake look just even more like a troll, look stupid. Like, all he asked Jake to do was come in the ring. He said, come in the ring, because he called him out. He said, I want to fight you next. Come in the ring right now. You're a bitch. You want to stay out there and talk. Come in here. And Jake wouldn't come in there. He was just like, he just kept saying, why would I come in there? You come out here. You come. I'm like, man, what is this shit, man? I'm tired of this high school shit, man. Like, Jake Paul's literally a high schooler, bro. Like, I'm sick of this shit, man. Like, that shit made me so mad. And it's like, what is it? The Zone? Did y'all put it on? Whatever. Bro, don't let this motherfucker come out here doing shit like that if they not about to fight, bro. If y'all not finding no way to profit off of it, bro, don't let that man do that shit because it just make everybody look stupid. It made him look goofy to me because I'm now hearing people, since the first time they were going to fight, I hear people now leaning more towards the side of Jake Paul beating Tommy Fury. Cool. I have no problem with that. Even he thinks that. Cool. I have no problem with that. They're similar age. They're similar in body physiques. They're similar almost in level of boxing skill. Cool. I'm not no problem with that. Jake, if you know that, stop acting like a bitch, bro. Get in the ring then. You know what I mean? Why are you doing Exactly. If you're doing all this and you're gonna end up fighting in the end, cool. I'm happy with it. But if you're doing all this and you're not even gonna end up fighting each other, bro, get the fuck off the television, bro. You're blowing me, bro. Piss me off even more. You're wearing a Hulkamania t-shirt, bro. Fuck, bro. Like, you said the what I mean, bro. Like I like theatrics. I like when people go crazy. I love all of that shit, man, because it sells fights. But if y'all not putting pen to paper, and then Andrew Tate came up to Jake Paul immediately.
Oh my god, that shit's so stupid, bro.
Literally immediately after that whole scrum, he turns to the left. Andrew Tate in the face, like, yeah, you said you want to fight me. Like, bro, what type of anime arc is this? Somebody
anime?
Yeah, this is the Jake who fights Jake Paul. It's just crazy that like a couple of years ago, we was just laughing at this nigga, and now niggas is really taking this nigga seriously, bro. Niggas is really out here like, making promo videos trying to fight this nigga, bro. And I'm like, bro, oh my god, that shit just made me mad, bro. Like, it's just stupid, bro.
Like, I agree. I want to see Crawford versus Spence and Fury versus Usyk and stuff, but at the same time, I want to see Jake Paul actually fight a boxer and not retired old ass MMA fighters.
You know what? For that reason, I don't want to see Paul fight Fury. I reckon Paul will beat him.
Oh, yeah,
I think
me too.
Is really bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
well, that's why I'm even more like, nigga, just fight him, because if everybody is, it must be something you don't believe in yourself, bro. Because if everyone is saying to you, all you have to do to get the general population's validation is fight a person whose first profession is boxing, and you see an easy lick like Tommy Fury, you say he's an easy lick, and you say his box is horrible, and you say all this shit, and you come out to his fight, then just fight the motherfucker, bro. Fight him, bruh. Fight him in the fucking parking lot and then make a motherfucker pull out his phone and record it. For Christ, for all I give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's just stupid, bruh. And it's like, what are we doing here? If you're going to keep just harassing the nigga, man, then Tommy Fury, get a fucking restraining order on this nigga and let's be on our fucking merry way, dude. I'm sick of this shit, bruh. I'm already sick of him, and I'm really sick of this shit. You know what I mean? We all know why he wants to fight wanted to fight Tommy Fury so that he could say, I beat a Fury. You know what I mean? It was around the time where Fury just, dog walked Wilder in the well, he didn't dog walk him because he went down too. But you know what I mean? It was right in that hype, and he was just talking his shit, I believe at that time he probably couldn't have beat Tommy, or it would have been, but now I do believe that, he getting comfortable and comfortable every time he go in the ring, he get more rounds, you know what I mean? All that shit. But man, this shit it's blowing me.
Actually, you know what? Jake Paul versus Bodo Jack. That'd be nice.
What?
Bodo
Jack gonna beat
what?
me.
That's the point. That's the point. They're both the cruiserweight fight.
Bodo Jack beating the doo-doo Jack out of Jake Paul, bro. He beating the shit out of him if they fight. Hands down. Hands down.
All right.
That's what I will
Let-
love.
let-
Hopefully,
let-
Jake will realize.
Let me flip it a little bit, yeah. You know when boxers are coming up, right? Like let's give Ryan Garcia an example. His first, let's say, 5 fights, 6 fights, though against journeyman. No disrespect. I'm not saying anything mad. I'm just giving an example. Would you say Anderson Silva was a better opponent than one of those journeymen?
Out of all the MMA fighters, I mean, I guess you can say Anderson Silva
Bro,
was
the
the
only
best.
thing that gets me is the age, bro. The
Yeah, it's
age.
old at the end of the day and retired.
Bro, these journeymen's be like 70 and 2.
That's true too.
They're
So
old
yeah,
too.
it is but is that because he's actually a better fighter than them, or is it because of name value? Because let's be real. Take
No, I'm
away
just
the
saying,
fact
if you're gonna fight someone who's not good, you might as well fight someone who's not good because they're old and it's gonna make you money. So I think for someone, what's Jake Paul now? What 6-0, 5-0?
he might be 6, you know.
But
I mean,
I
at
think
least
for someone who's had 6 professional fights, no amateur career, can't be expecting him to.
No, yeah,
You're
for
right,
sure.
fight a boxer, fight a bum like Fury, but you know what I mean?
I mean,
6-0. Can't put him against Badou Jack after 6 fights. You're
Oh
gonna kill
yeah,
him.
definitely not. No, fuck that. You want him to die. You want him to die, and that's cool. I respect it. But he gonna get smoked
man,
this type Badou Jack.
recreate Rocky 3, Apollo versus Drago.
Oh yeah, the Badou Jack would destroy him. That's not even a question.
I
I know
mean,
I hear what you're saying, AB, for sure. You know what I mean? I guess it's just different. But having said that, that's why even more you should fight somebody like Tommy Fury. But well, I guess not, because he is closer to maybe being able to beat you than a journeyman, for sure. I don't know, bro. Look, Anderson Silva also does this thing in fights where he likes to not throw punches towards the end of his fights because he's just like he be playing around and shit. He be being there like I just like playing. I like playing around. I like doing a little Michael Jackson thing. You know what I'm saying? Go back and watch some of his UFC fights. I'm not kidding. Like that was kind of his thing. You know, shit. The way he lost the belt was from pure cockiness because he was like not trying to fight. And he was doing this shit and got cracked in his chin. So yeah, you know what I mean. But I don't know. I definitely see what you're saying. You're saying it's pretty much kind of the same. You know, he's pretty much doing the kind of the same thing that normal boxers would do. Just he got the clout because he was already a celebrity before, so he can pick, you know, his cherries and have them be expensive cherries with expensive names. The Anderson Silva cherry. You know what I mean? The Tyron Woodley cherry. I see what you're saying for sure. I definitely understand what you're saying. But
I mean, at least he didn't knock out. At least he didn't win by knockout with Anderson. Although he did put him on the canvas towards the end, he won by decision. So that's at least better.
I mean, I had picked Jake Paul to be Anderson Silva strictly just because of the youth. And you know, that's kind of like it. Like that's pretty much what you know what I mean. I think if they fought like 10 years ago, but you can't do that because Jake Paul is young. He's younger than me, I think, by like a year. 10 years ago, a man would have been like, what, 15? You know what I mean? So, but in another lifetime, if Anderson Silva was a little younger, that shit would have been different. But, you know, who cares? You know, he got to win. It is what it is. Give him his credit, whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know what he's going to do next. I think he's probably going to fight Andrew Tate, and that's going to be a fucking shit show in promotion.
And then maybe another W, another dumbass win for money.
And yeah. Who knows though? Andrew Tate might whip his ass though. Andrew Tate was a fighter now. That man could fight. You know what I mean? He's a kickboxer, but still, he could fight. You know what I mean? And he's not that old. He's like 36 or something. He's not like a 40-year-old Anderson Silva now. You know what I mean? He kind of big too. You know what I mean? They about the same size. So I'm not to give motherfuckers hope that want to see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's definitely a more closer fight.
Hey, this comment has got me thinking. Have you guys, off topic, very off topic, have you guys seen T.I. doing stand-up comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, he got booed off the stage.
Not that good.
No, but I just wanted to mention that shit had me dying. Oh God, any other topics you want to talk about?
Oh, I mean, well, Richard said, why is Tyson Fury fighting Cesaro again? I did see about that. I think what is it on December 3rd? If I'm not mistaken.
Cesaro. Why is he fighting Cesaro? We know why he's fighting Cesaro. Money fight, baby. Money.
Yeah.
Money.
And you got to remember, a lot of A, younger, B, casual, they don't know Fury fought Chisora because that was back in the day when only like hardcore British boxing fans watched that. A lot of people don't even know they fought. A lot of people don't even know it's a trilogy. And Chisora's like had a resurgence in his career, not against the high level guys, but even for example, Pulev schooled Chisora the first time. And then the second time, Chisora's done better. I don't know if he's getting better with age or any of that, but like
Yeah,
he's
man, he's
rebuilt
weird,
his
bro.
name, his brand.
In rematches, he's weird. You never know. He might be fucking you. He might fuck you up, but like he's not fucking up Tyson Fury. Come on, let's be serious. But
Nah, Fury's knocking him out. Fury's knocking him out this time. It
Yeah,
depends.
for
Though.
sure.
Fury might be nice to him. Even in the last fight, Fury, I think he did knock him out. I think he got a TKO, but
Yeah.
Fury was like not trying to hurt him at the end. It was like, yo, his face is busted up. Let me just.
Yeah, that was the fight where his face looked like hamburger meat. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, literally.
He whipped that man's
Oh, and
ass.
also one last one for me, Andy Ruiz versus Wilder.
Oh yeah, I did say they said they wanted to make that eliminator too.
Yeah.
He even posted Andy Ruiz even posted on his own page too on Instagram too for the fight. So
I was talking about that.
I'm looking forward for that.
I think if Andy Ruiz
did
can,
that fight.
what depends, what matters is if Andy Ruiz can take the right hand of Doom. If he can take the right hand of Doom, then I think he can beat him. But if he can't take the right hand of Doom, we're gonna know in the first round because he's definitely gonna get hit.
Oh yeah, Wilder's
early.
gonna go all in.
Andy Ruiz be getting hit. I mean, it's just he got a pretty good chin, but we're gonna see how good that chin is against Wilder, man. That's the right hand of Doom. So I don't know. I'm not picking nobody yet. He's got to be solidified. It ain't even really solidified. They just talking about it type shit. But yeah, man, that fight happening because of money, bro. It's a placeholder fight while Fury decides if he's gonna actually make a run to get this fucking belt off of Usyk or not. Yeah, that's all it is. It's a placeholder fight. You know what I mean? Because Usyk is out right now, I think, with a hand injury. So it's just a placeholder fight. You know what I mean? Just so that he can stay active and still weigh his options into you know. But yeah, it's ass. I don't, Richard. I agree with you. It's ass, and I don't want to fucking see it. But you know, that's how boxing is nowadays. It's hard being a boxing fan, bro. It sucks. Fucking sucks, man. That's why you gotta be a UFC, an MMA fan, and a boxing fan.
Yep.
I think the hardest part is, yeah, we're all talking shit about the fight, but I promise you, when the ring walks on, I'm sitting down and watching it.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Every time. Well, it depends on what the fight is, but yeah, for sure. 9 times out of 10, yes. You know what I mean?
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Cruz and Kevin, thank you guys for being here. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You guys have been smashing the like button this episode. It's good to see. Yeah, that's peace out from us, guys. Thank you for watching.
Stay safe, man. It's always
have a good
too
night.
sweet. You already know.